Hey y'all. This is a little bit different today. It is really cold outside. I mean, for the Gulf Coast anyway. So I'm not filming outside like I usually would. I should have filmed this weekend. It was like 75, but I think it's like 35 or 40 right now. Whatever, I'm doing it inside. I'm doing a bit of a reverse. This is an unpacking. I did a week visit to New Jersey where my brother and I backcountry hiked and camped the Delaware Water Gap, part of the AT, for just a little while, not the whole week. And then the rest of the week I was at my aunt and uncle's house for Thanksgiving. And so I'm going to unpack. It's been a few days now and I really need to do laundry and I really need to put everything away, and I just need to film this video because I keep putting it off. I'm going to try not to talk too much. But anyway, let's start with, so traveling there and traveling back, I wore these yoga pants, these Converse shoes, and not this t-shirt, a different t-shirt, the t-shirt I wore back in the laundry. And then I also wore this Columbia fleece and then this packable puffy jacket. And flying up there, it all fit in my pack. I just didn't feel like squeezing it back in for the video, but I wanted to show you. So take that off. All right, unpacking video. So this is just everything jammed in. At the end of Thanksgiving week, I was like, oh, I gotta fit it all back in, because of course I fit in there. Perfect flying up, not so perfect coming back. So here it is, the unpacking video. These are my hiking shoes. They're Ultra Lone Peak 2.5s. I had them up at my mom's house from when I went in July, and so I just left them up there, but I want to try and do some more hiking back here, so I brought them back with me. They are the only addition to my pack coming back. And then the airline does not let you have trekking poles, stakes, or tent poles in the cabin. You'd have to check a bag, and I'll be honest, I'm too cheap to do that. Then on top of that, I had the basic economy ticket by United, which allows a personal item only. So I had to fit overnight hiking and camping gear plus my gear for the week in one small personal backpack that would fit under the seat. So I'm using my standard trusty Tom Smart Alec 26 liter. It definitely fit under my feet, no problem. In fact, I was able to turn it sideways and squish it in. If they had asked me to put it in the actual sizer bucket, I probably would have been able to get in, but I would have had to, like, really squish it down because it was quite full. Luckily, they did not ask me, which I'm surprised, because usually when I come back via Newark, they're the only airport in the world where I've ever gotten a hard time about them counting bags, making sure bags go in, they fit in the sizer. I don't know what it is about Newark Airport, but they're kind of dill holes. Sorry. For the actual flight, I wore the super cool fanny pack, which had all of my in-flight essentials. I'm gonna put all this stuff down and then go through it one at a time. I'm gonna try not to talk too much because I know how annoying that is. But we'll start with the in-flight stuff and then we'll get back to the Smart Alec. But here's what the Smart Alec looked like. I have a Hero's Journey side pocket up top, which is, I think, like 2.5 liters. So altogether it's 28.5 liters. And then I had my fleece on when I left New Jersey, but it got hot when I landed in New Orleans. So it's just on the bungee cord. So this is a clip stuck. There we go. This is an Eddie Bauer stowaway fanny pack. It is 1 liter. I don't know, I looked it up in some things and it gave one size. I looked up in others and said it was another size. One of them said it was 4 liters. There's no way this is 4 liters. This is like 1.5 liters at the most. So I'm more prone to believe the 1 liter. So it is 1 liter capacity. And then it stows into itself on this front pocket. In this front pocket, I just have my tea, because I'm super picky about the tea. Okay. Oh, and this has a great clip. It is so sturdy. I love this fanny pack, even though it is super uncool. So for the in-flight stuff, I had my Bose headphones, Meds and Leuko tape. This went with my first aid kit, which is in my pack. Then I have one of these. Can you tell that like I did not prep this stuff for this video at all? All right. So I really wanted y'all to see the reality of travel and hiking and camping and what everything looks afterwards. So none of this stuff is like prepped to look nice or anything like that. This is like really like after you travel, this is how it all looks. So like a big hot mess. So this is the charger cable. This is for my phone, and it also has the little adapter for my headlamp. It's a 6-foot cable, which is super handy. You never know when you're going to be staying somewhere where you're going to be farther away from an outlet. Then my watch charger. And then I also, that cable also charges it. I never carry a battery backup with me normally, but I've been having issues with my iPhone. It's been hitting 50% battery and then just dying. And since we were out camping, I didn't want to run the risk. So this is a, I think 2200 mAh Anchor one, which works really well. Then I have a squished snack bar. It was left over from the hike that I brought with me for the plane. But it still tastes good squished. Then I always have a stand with me. I use it for my iPad and Kindle too. Chapstick also normally goes in the first aid kit. This is the best purchase ever. It's called the Battery One. I've had it for almost 3 years now. And it does 2 USB. Boarding pass, trash. Old eye mask and headphones in there. That's it. That's all my stuff. And that's the, this hook keeps getting stuck. The backpack. So here's the fleece. I'll wear it on the plane going up and on the plane going back. So the puffy was actually in the backpack flying up, and then coming back I wore both layers. It's actually not that heavy. So keep in mind, I had the fanny pack on, and then when I got to New Jersey, my brother brought me these. And then the puffy and the fleece. And that's everything I have. I weighed it before I left, and it was 14 pounds. Even, actually. Alright. So, here it is. The TSA agent on the way back, my camp pot, for some reason, set off something on the x-ray machine. And so she was having to go through my bag, and she was trying to detach the upper module thing that I got going on here, and she could not get these clips off. And I felt bad. Part of me wanted to tell her how to get them off because I could see she was struggling. But then part of me was like, just keep your mouth shut, because she already looked really annoyed. So eventually she was like, well, that's not the part setting off the x-ray anyway. And so she went to the main compartment. But it's not hard. Okay, you just have to push the metal back. Okay, and then squeeze in the plastic part a little bit. And then it, of course, doing it for the camera might look a little hard. So Tombin makes an actual upper module and lower module for the Smart, or they did before the bag got retired. This is a retired bag. And so this is kind of a hack that I came up with. This is actually goes to Hero's Journey, which they also have since retired. But it fits pretty well up there, and it's actually a little bit bigger than the module that comes, I think is only 1.5 liters, and this is 2.5, so it gets some more space. And it's just a big cavern like the Smart Alec. And I like that. I didn't need any internal organization for it. So I'm gonna put the Smart Alec down, and then we're gonna go through here. So this ended up being kind of my Diddy doodad bag. I didn't actually take it with me on the trail. I squished everything into the stuff sack for my puffy jacket because it's super lightweight, like an aether material. So when we actually went on the trail, this is where I stuffed like my headlamp, the battery charger, the cables in the actual hiking pack, which you'll see which pack I hiked with. I did not hike with the Smart Aleck. I hiked with another bag. There's a backpack in the backpack, an actual hiking backpack. So of course I have a tripod with the thing for on the trail. I have a newfound respect for people who record while they're hiking on the trail, because it was a pain in the butt to hike, stop, set up everything, reverse back, film it, and then put it all away. My first aid kit, it's Altoids 2-in-1. Some meds, some basic stuff, tick thing. I added this. My uncle had one, luckily. I borrowed from him for drying out socks. And that goes with that chapstick and the bottle of meds with the Luco tape that was in my travel fanny pack. I mean, I don't remember. Probably cables or something. Toothbrush. Knee brace. I ended up not needing it. I don't know if it's because the trail was fine. I was using trekking poles. My pack was light. But I ended up not needing it at all, which usually I need it on my right knee. Toothpaste. One side's deodorant, the other side's face wash. My aunt gave me this. This is awesome. I actually had a thing of Germ-X. Going up, I had put all my toiletries nice and neat in here. Going back, I just shoved them all in there. But I had a thing of Germ-X, but then she gave me this, and I'm like, oh, it's incredible, because it hung right from the daisy chain on my hiking pack. So this was a awesome win-win extra situation. Thank you, Aunt Lynn. And then my spork, which needs to be washed. Coffee, can't go anywhere without that. And my headlamp. And then these, comb. And these are the straps that hold my quilt to my pad. They worked okay. I wasn't overly impressed with them. And then the whistle for my pack, for my actual hiking pack. And that's it. All right, I'm going to do the big old biggin next. I'm gonna try and do this so that you can see it. Hopefully it won't pop out at you. Already things falling out. Okay. Wool buff, merino wool buff. Sleeping pad. Really comfortable sleeping pad. No insulation whatsoever. I froze my butt off. So in future, I'm going to need to pair this with a closed cell foam or ditch it and buy an insulated one. But I don't plan on doing too much winter camping going forward. So let's see what else I have here. I have a lot of stuff shoved in stuff. So this is my tent pouch, but it actually has my extra hiking socks in there. My dirty camp pot. Shh. I didn't wash it out too well before I traveled. I mean, I rinsed it, but it needs to get washed. It's my camp pot. For some reason, this flags on the TSA x-ray machine as something. I don't know what. Do I have anything else stuffed in there? No. Okay. Okay. Whew. Here we go. Ugh. Ooh, yeah, I need to air that out. This is my 6 Moon Designs Lunar Solo. Flying up, it was a little more spaced out, and I just flew it like this. But I realized there was still a ton of air in there, so coming back, I just kept squishing it down and shoving more crap in there to transport it back. So that's my tent. Then same thing with this. This is my hiking pad. It's the Econ Borrow by Hammock Gear. It's the 20, which that actually performed like a champ. I was really warm on the part of me that was under the quilt. It was just the pad that sucked my will to live. And then within here is actually the hiking backpack in a random stuff sack that I had for a camp pillow or something like that. I'll take that out in just a second and show you that. But I think that's it. So in there, hold on. Let's really Mary Poppins this. Dude, it's like a clown car. More things keep coming out. And the hiking quilts. Whew. What else do I have? Oh wait, no, if I pull that out, you'll know what the hiking backpack is. So we'll do last but not. Is that the last bit of it? Yes, except for the sit pad, which I'll pull out in a second. This had my hiking clothes, my extra clothes. You know what? Okay, I'll go through it. Hiking socks, thermal grid fleece top, hiking shirt. It's just a synthetic tee by North Face. Grid thermal pants, which performed awesome. They're by Academy Sports, their Magellan line. That stuff's awesome. Then I had a regular shirt on top of the one I traveled in, so I had two of those. Then regular Smartwool socks, regular jeans, regular flannel top to wear, some underwear, more underwear. Can never have too much underwear. And then laundries and that fun part. So that's it. Okay. Okay, here we go. So this was the MVP of the entire trip. This backpack made me a believer. I loved it, and it was really a last minute thing because I had gotten the guides, Tom Ben Guides pack to hike in, which, you know, I love Tom Ben. I'm a huge fan. Their #1 fan, self-proclaimed. It's not good for anything other than a day pack, the Tom Ben Guides pack. I'm not even talking about the Synapse Guides edition. I'm just talking about the Guides pack. I tried to stuff it with just the stuff for the overnight, and I don't know, it looks great, feels great. It's just the way it packs up. It's just not actually good for real hiking. So at the last minute, the Monday before I left, and I paid for rush shipping, which was like $5. Oh my God, Z-Packs, that's awesome. Oh, I just gave it away. I bought a Z-Packs Nero. And look how small it stuffs. Like I wish, okay, look. I've got a Corkicle cup, and I have my Jedi mug. Oh, let's move it back a little bit so you can see. Okay, and this is how small the backpack folded up. I don't know if you can see that. I mean, this is an old stuff sack for a camp pillow, and the Magellan camp pillow actually. And I used it to hold the backpack, and it held it with like tons of extra room. So this backpack actually folds up smaller than a camp pillow. There we go. Like, see how small that folds up. Okay, and now I'll unfold it. And let's see, move these things off to the side. Okay, and of course I got green because I love green. I think I have a new trail nickname, the Wizard, because everything I owned was green. It was like I was the Wizard of Emerald City. So here it is. It weighs 10 ounces. I added a couple things. This is from Justin's UL on Etsy. He makes amazing stuff. This one holds, this one holds the phone and my snacks. I actually had the tripod propped in there at one point for some shots. And then this holds the smart water bottle. I actually used the 591 one, which went to about here. But this is actually the 1 liter one. I got the bigger one just in case I ever went up in sizes. And they weigh like, I don't know, like 1/3 of an ounce or something like that, grams. So this thing was amazing. I feel like I'm gonna do a whole review just on this, but this made the hiking part of my trip the most fun ever. I did not feel like I had too much stuff. I had we weighed it, excuse me, before I left, and with food and water, it was 17.6 pounds. And it didn't feel like it. It was a dream to put on. I just can't say enough good things about this bag. It was totally worth every penny. It's amazing. And so anyway, I'm gonna do a whole, I guess, video just on this, but that was the pack. And then all of that, oh, and so here's the sit pack as it gives it away that came with it. I know a lot of people have upgraded to a couple of sections of the thermarest, and since now I need to double layer my uninsulated pad, I'll probably go to that one so that I can use that. But this worked great. I didn't realize how awesome having a camp butt pad was until I got this. I mean, every time I'd stop, I'd just pop it right out and use it. It was really great. Oh, the only other thing I always travel with, because I'm weirdly paranoid, is my passport, because you just never know when you might have to leave the country. I don't know. That is what I took for me for the trip. So, see y'all later.